Okay, so we're kind of getting into the last stretch of this Mustang thing. We went ahead, I think I touched on this in a previous video. We were kind of wanting to keep this pretty factory, but also drivable. So the great happy medium there is going with one of these Holley Sniper Kits, because once it's got the strut reinforcements, I guess, they kind of run at an angle like that and they'll have an air hat. Even now, it still looks like a carburetor, and the great thing is these things are pretty goddamn plug and play, especially if you're not using an ignition box and like MSD stuff and a bunch of other digital gauges and whatnot. It's pretty stripped down. The main thing that they ask for on this is they really want to make sure that you have got basically full battery. They say to connect your positive and ground right to the battery, but here it runs up to the solenoid. It's literally straight off of our ground, goes over to the solenoid, and then right from the battery, you can see this. So we're going to test right now and see how much we've got at the battery. We've got 11.62, and we're going to come up here, and we have got 11.62. So that's our full power. That's these two wires that are going to run up to the solenoid. Other than that, this blue wire, which we still got to pretty things up a little bit, that runs back to the fuel pump. And then we've got this, which will run up to our coil, just one wire to the coil. And then there's keyed ignition. Other than that, there's a water temp sensor here, so it'll help it kind of tune. Oh, and then we'll have to install the last key to this puzzle is putting in the O2 sensor, so we can track your air-fuel ratio. But right now, we're gonna do that, clean up a little bit more. We've got our valve covers kind of cleaned up. We're gonna put our other one. This guy, not perfect, but a heck of a lot better than it was when they came in. So we got our Sniper Kit on this. We got some of the suspension parts that really, the suspension was tight on this. The brakes had just been redone. We did go ahead and put a new master cylinder and new rubber lines because those were plugged up. But that was all good. So this thing's gonna be pretty dang street worthy if this all performs well. I'll show you back here where we stashed the fuel pump for this. I thought this was a pretty good install. I wanted it to be out of the way, but to keep it away from, let me grab a light for you. I wanted to keep it away from all the road grime and BS that it would encounter on the street, so I didn't just want to put it on the frame rail. The other good thing about these Snipers is if they ever want to sell this car and they want to go back to all two original, you just pop the carburetor in and this is plug and play, it comes off. But we stashed the fuel pump back here inside the fender well. And so what I want to do now is go ahead and hit the key. Hit the key, listen for that fuel pump and see if our little brain, the little computer from this thing works. So, fingers crossed. If I hit this and everything is keyed up as it should be, we will get power and fuel pump on this. All right, so I think the issue, well, the fuel pump isn't running because we should be grounded out. I haven't gone through the wizard setup on this, which is kind of like your base setting. So these things are great. The little stylus helps. So we're gonna go with what kit we have. This is a 4-injector 4150 setup. Go to next. Number of cylinders, 8. Next. Engine displacement. We can come down to, this is 300, and good thing is if you get on here and it's getting like a little dancy, just get close and you can go up to 351. Next, keypad, okay. Back. Oop. 351 inches, damn it. Save. Next. Target idle speed. We will start with not 2,000. Let's go to 820. That's good. Stock cam, power adder, none. It's got a nitrous setup on here for retard already. Coil minus, so that is going to be just where we hook that up to, just answering all the questions. And then it should tell us Please cycle the ignition to complete operation. So we're going to shut this off. It should save. And then I bet you this time when we turn this on, we'll hear the fuel pump run. I'm over here fretting because I can't get the damn fuel pump to kick on for us. And I saw this earlier and didn't do anything about it. Let's go through our initial startup again once we actually have our main relay installed. I wonder if that goes on the back. It seems odd that it doesn't have like a retainer there. Either way, let's go see if the fuel pump will kick on now for us. Bingo. We got a fuel pump. So now that would be primed. Once it starts running, it'd go from there. But fuel pump is now up and going. Oh yeah, it's even pumping through there already. That's good. All right, so at this point, we've got 2 more things to hook up, or a couple. We're gonna just connect these fuel lines, which we actually used the factory hard lines on this. One was a return, and then the factory hard line going up. Just put that pump installed, so we're not running rubber hose all the way. We're gonna do that and pop in an O2 sensor real quick, and then we'll be off to the races. So let's make it happen.